I welcome you all to this meeting on a sad note. The recent gruesome killing of officers and soldiers of the Nigerian Army on a peace mission in Delta State is condemnable. We are confident that the ongoing investigation will lead to the speedy arrest and prosecution of the perpetrators of the heinous crime. On behalf of the Independent National Electoral Commission, I extend our condolences to the Army and the armed forces in particular, as well as other security, intelligence, and law enforcement agencies, all other members of ICSES, and families of the fallen heroes for the colossal loss. May we rise for a 1-minute silent prayer for the repose of their souls. May God grant them eternal peace. We've been engaging stakeholders in our first regular quarterly consultative meetings for this year. However, this is our second meeting with the security agencies this year. You may recall that 2 months ago, precisely on 23rd January 2024, we met to review the security arrangement for the by-elections and court-ordered run elections in 48 federal and state constituencies across the country. Except for 2 state constituencies in Enugu and Kano states, the elections have been concluded and winners declared. We are remobilizing to conclude the outstanding elections which were disrupted by hoodlums. This will be done very soon after further consultations with stakeholders and the security agencies. Today's meeting with the security agencies will strategize ahead of our remobilization for the 2 elections. Of course, the major activities in the electoral calendar for this year are the 2 off-cycle governorship elections in Edo and Ondo states. The timetable and schedule of activities for the 2 elections have been released by the Commission in September last year. The Edo governorship election will hold on Saturday, 21st September 2024, while that of Ondo State is scheduled for Saturday, 16th November 2024. We have just 6 months to the Edo State governorship election and only 8 months before the Ondo State governorship election. The election in Ondo State will hold 2 months after the election in Edo State. It is therefore appropriate to acquaint you with the delimitation details to enable early preparations for security deployment. Both Edo and Ondo states have 18 local government areas each. At the moment, Edo State has 2.5 million registered voters, 192 registration areas or wards, and 4,519 polling units, while Ondo State has 1.9 million registered voters, 203 registration areas, and 3,933 polling units. However, the terrain differs in the 2 states. While there are a few riverine locations in Edo State, 2 local government areas in Ondo State, Esiodo and Ilaje, are predominantly riverine. For Edo State, 18 political parties conducted their primaries, monitored by the Commission. They have since commenced the uploading of the list and personal particulars of their candidates to our dedicated web portal. The deadline is 6 p.m. on Sunday, 24th March 2024, when the portal automatically shuts down. So far, 12 political parties, as at this morning, have uploaded the list of their candidates to the portal. 12 out of 18, so 6 more to go. For Ondo State, political parties will commence their primaries in the next 2 weeks. At the moment, 17 out of 19 parties have indicated interest in participating in the election. It is important to start security preparations early. In particular, the number of personnel and other assets to be deployed to strategic locations should be determined and mobilized early enough. It was this proactive approach that led to the successful conduct of the last governorship election in Edo State on 19th September 2020 and in Ondo State on 10th October 2020. There were no security incidents, materials were deployed promptly, logistics deployed smoothly, polling units opened on time, voters attended to efficiently, and results collated and announced transparently. Let us replicate the successful conduct of the last governorship elections in Edo and Ondo states. In fact, working together, we should ensure that the 2024 governorship elections in Edo and Ondo states are an improvement on the success story of 2020. In the next few months, there will be further engagements with the security agencies and other members of ICSES at both national and state level. We look forward to your plans to secure the environment without which INEC cannot successfully conduct elections. Once again, I welcome you to this meeting. I thank you and God bless.
Abdullahi. I am the Director, Internal Security, Office of the National Security Advisor, sitting in for the National Security Advisor. I want to make a few remarks in response to the chairman's speech. The last by-election and rerun election in 26 states, I want to say that the deployment of security was quite impressive, and largely due to the support we received from the government, and this shall be repeated in the subsequent elections that are being organized. But I want to particularly commend the Nigerian police for the massive deployment and then fewer incidents of election violence that were recorded during the polls. And I want to assure Nigerians on behalf of my boss that this same feat will be repeated in subsequent elections. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Just like the INEC chairman and the rep of the NSA, I would like to start my comment by reviewing the last by and rerun elections. It could be recalled that during the last ISIS meeting, the IG promised to deploy massively both human and material assets of the police to ensure a hitch-free election. And I think to a large extent that promise has been fulfilled. He has asked me to extend his appreciation to all the security agencies that made the elections a reality. Deployments were made in line with the operation order and the threat analysis in the two states. Now, leveraging on the positive outcome of the elections we have had so far, the police and other security agencies are ready to replicate this success story in the coming off-cycle governorship elections in Edo and Ondo states. We have been interfacing with the CPs in the two commands. We have identified all the flashpoints, and we have continued to work on the threat profile of the two states to ensure that when we deploy, we'll deploy in line with what is required to ensure hitch-free election in the two states. As usual, we'll continue to bank on the support of the INEC, the federal government, and other security agencies to ensure that the police will repeat what they have been doing over the years and ensure hitch-free elections in these two states. Thank you very much.
Thank you.